Well, hello, story chasers. I used to work 70+ hours a week and it was not making me happy at all. In this video, I'm gonna break down all the reasons why I decided to quit 70+ hours a week in corporate America and start traveling full time. My name is Amber, and in this video, I'm gonna show you how my life changed when I decided to go from working a job that was literally sucking the life out of me and stressing me out into traveling full time, and why I decided to make this drastic lifestyle change. If you're new to my channel, I've been traveling full-time for over 5 years now. Currently, I'm in upstate New York enjoying this beautiful campground in my van that I travel in full-time that's right behind me, and my little dog that's somewhere back there, Lily. And I will say that I absolutely love this lifestyle, and it was a drastic change for me. But here's the thing, I want you guys to hear what I'm about to say because I think it could possibly change other people's lives as well. In one of my other videos, I described how you need to understand your why for traveling full-time, whether it's a van, an RV, if you're traveling abroad internationally, you need to understand what your why is. And what I mean by that is that whenever you first decide that you're gonna start traveling, you're excited, everything is new and fresh, and you're kind of on this, honeymoon phase of traveling, right? And it's beautiful. But there are times when things go wrong. The van breaks down, mechanical issues happen, your plane is late or it has mechanical issues itself. There's all kinds of challenges that happen that sometimes leave you perplexed and going, why am I doing this? And it can be hard and difficult, and that's why you need to know your why, because that will get you through those challenging times. Now, that's not to say that this life is difficult. It's not any more difficult than if you were in a sticks and bricks house. It's just different. You have different challenges that come along with it. Now that I've changed my life so drastically and I'm actually fulfilled in what I'm doing, I'm completely devoted to inspiring and motivating people to live out their inspired dreams as well and to rethink what they're doing in their life before it's actually too late. I believe that if I can empower just one person to get off their butt and take action to fulfill their dreams, then I'm happy and that I am actually fulfilled. I want to ask you a question really quick before we get started. A lot of times when I'm talking to people about fulfilling their dreams, they have this very pie in the sky idea of what their dreams are. They really don't know how to achieve it. They're not even sure if they can. And so they'll say to me, well, what if my dreams don't come true? What if I don't have what it takes to fulfill accomplishing my dreams? And my question back to them, to you, is what if it does come true? How will you feel? What will your emotions be? How will you live on a daily basis? Think about that for a moment. Don't you want to see what will happen if your dreams actually do come true? How will your life look? How will you feel? How will you present yourself? How will your family feel about you? How will you feel about yourself? Those are all questions for you to think about as we start down this road on my experience and my journey to help inspire you. So let's get started, and let me take you back to the beginning of how all of this started. There was a time in my life when I didn't believe that my dreams could come true either. I had no idea how I would accomplish them. I had this journal that had all my dreams and my goals listed in it, and it was just a list. There was no action plan. There was nothing there that inspired me to take action. And part of it was because I didn't believe in myself. I grew up in a way that I had quite a bit of trauma in my life, and while that trauma was really, really difficult in a lot of ways, it also made me the person that I am today. I'm a very strong, independent woman, and for that I am grateful. During this particular time when I was going through a lot of therapy to help me with the trauma that happened to me when I was younger, I was inspired by this book that was written by Dr. Wayne Dyer, and it's called Wishes Fulfilled. And in it, he talks about the concept of I am. This is my summary and what I got out of it. But basically, I am is all of the possibilities of creation. It's co-creating in this life with your higher power, whatever that higher power is to you, universe, God, yourself. You're co-creating with your higher self. And so I wanted to remember that. I wanted to remember that I had every single thing within me to make my dreams a possibility, that I had all of the keys to open up every single door out there that I wanted to. And so to memorialize that, I got I am tattooed on my wrist. And it's a constant reminder to me that I can create anything that I want. And that's exactly what I've done with my life. It took me a lot of years to get here and a lot of struggles and pain, and I stumbled and I fell and I got back up, but I'm here. And I will say that I love my life. It has its challenges sometimes. The last 2 years have certainly been challenging with the pandemic, but I still love what I do, and I love traveling, and I would not go back to corporate America at all for anything. It would have to be dire straits for me to do that. So here's the thing about the trauma that I had during my childhood and subsequent marriage. I refused to be a victim. No way was I going to be a victim. I didn't want to be labeled a victim. I didn't want to feel like a victim. I didn't want to act like a victim. I didn't want to believe that I was a victim, because I wasn't. I could choose to either wallow in sorrow and talk about all of the tragedies that happened to me, or I could pick myself up, do better, be better, and excel in life. And this is the path that I chose, to excel and be better. So during all of this, I was getting my education, settled on the American dream, except for the kids. I got the house, I got the debt, I got the cars, I got all of the things that come with furnishing a house, all of the things, buying and shopping, and doing all of the things that make you feel good in your surroundings. And I wasn't happy. I was climbing the corporate ladder. I was making more money than I ever had. I had an amazing job where I was at. It was 60 to 80 hours a week with an average of 70 hours a week of working, and it was stressful. So stressful that I was starting to have health complications. The other thing is that I was bound by those golden handcuffs that you hear about in corporate America. The job that I was at was amazing. It was a great company, great people. They took care of us. We had amazing benefits. I didn't have to pay for health insurance. I had a 401k plan that was matching. I had an amazing salary and bonus. I was working remotely. I had a profit sharing plan. I had so many perks with working with this company, and by all appearances, you would think I was happy with all of that, but I wasn't. It was the golden handcuffs that was keeping me there. The golden handcuffs that so many people are subjected to, that they don't leave a company or leave a job that's stressing them out because they need the money or they want the money. Sometimes people have families and maybe they're the sole breadwinner and they can't leave because of those golden handcuffs. So what do? You have to start changing your lifestyle. You have to start looking at your expenses and what you can start downsizing and minimizing in order to get rid of those golden handcuffs. And that's exactly what I did. I started asking myself these questions. What if I don't make it to retirement? What if all these stress health issues that I was having was keeping me from retiring or keeping me from doing the things that I want to do in life? What if I die before I fulfill my dreams? What if I got an illness like my cousin who was only a year older than me and was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer? These things can happen. You never know when your day is coming. And so because of that, I started to really rethink what I was doing with my life. Asking myself those questions literally changed my perspective and allowed me to figure out what the answers were and start making some very drastic changes in order to release the stress, fulfill my dreams, and be happy. So what did I do? I put my house up for sale. I went and looked at RVs. I'd always wanted to RV and travel full time. I was already working remote, so I thought, well, this is a great time for me to do it. I'm working remotely already. All I need is an internet connection and cell phone, and make sure that I have my computer with me. And so that's what I did. I sold my house. 3 days after I put it on the market, I bought my RV the same day I put my house on the market. And 30 days after the house closed, I was in my RV and taking off to travel full time. And I will tell you, oh my gosh, I was so nervous, but excited at the same time. I'll never forget sitting in that driveway. I'd just given the keys to my house to the realtor, and I'm sitting in the driveway in my RV, just about ready to take off. And I just breathed this heavy sigh of relief. It was like all this weight came off of me, and I started to cry, and it makes me tear up thinking about it right now. But it was the most special moment. That moment right there was pure freedom for me. Pure freedom. And that's what I seek, is freedom every day of my life. So I got my freedom from the house and I started RVing, but I still had that job that was stressing me out. So one step at a time, right? I fulfilled the goal of buying the RV and selling the house and getting on the road. So that was one dream accomplished. While I was on the road, I started a YouTube channel and just was documenting my travels and doing some videography and photography. And I wasn't super serious about it, but I had enough stuff out there that people started asking me questions about how I was doing this and why did I do it and how did I actually accomplish it and what was that step-by-step plan. So I was like, there's something here actually that I'm really enjoying. And I loved that creative process, again, of creating something from nothing and putting it out to the world and actually helping people and somewhat entertaining people too with travel vlogs. So about 6 months after I started RVing, I decided to quit my job. But I didn't quit it right then. I had to save up some money. So I already had some money saved up, and I decided I needed about 2 years worth of expenses to save in order to live off of while I got my company started. And at the time I thought I was gonna do business consulting. And so when I left the company 6 months later, so a full year after I started traveling, I decided to quit the job. So that was June of 2018. I had started RVing in May 2017, quit the job June 30th, 2018, and I was scared to death, literally, because I'm the only person that supports myself. I don't have a husband. I don't have anybody to rely on in that way, and so it's a big decision to do that and a huge risk to take on, and I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous, but here's the thing is, leaving corporate America, it fueled me as I got this taste of freedom with traveling and starting my own company. It fueled me to do more and more and more of that and seek more freedom and just hustle, to be honest with you, because I do not want to go back to corporate America. I don't want to go back to a cubicle. I don't want to have to go back to all of the things that I was doing before, because what I'm doing now is so amazing and I love it, and it really, really feels good to my soul and my spirit. So I quit my job, and I actually had a couple of clients that were investors of that particular company that decided to hire me as a consultant. I kept those clients until last year. I finally was able to release the last client, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to do that with them. Even though it was still kind of some similar stuff as I was doing before at the last company, it wasn't, it still had some freedom to it because it was my own business. But what I really loved was what I was doing on YouTube and the travel vlogging and helping all of you guys out with the questions and the comments and things that you had for me. And so I decided to really go with that full time. It's been a little over 3.5 years now since I actually started YouTube, even though I'm going into my 5th year of RVing, but that's when I actually got serious about it. YouTube really ticked all of my boxes. It allowed me to empower, inspire, and mentor like-minded people who were seeking information about traveling full-time, about remote work, about going from a traditional lifestyle in a sticks and bricks house into a nomadic life. And that to me was so fulfilling and made me really, really happy. While there are some days that I'm challenged by this lifestyle, from mechanical issues, from the weather, there's been some crazy weather changes this last year, the pandemic, also traveling too much. I've found that the more and more I travel and not rest and stay in places a little bit longer, that challenges me as well. And so while I have those certain challenges out there, I always go back to my why I decided to move into this lifestyle, and that keeps fueling me over and over and over again. The whole reason I named my channel Story Chasing is to create moments, to create these moments in your life that give you happiness, that make you feel at peace, that don't stress you out, things that you can remember when you're on your deathbed. You're not going to remember all of the stuff that you bought. I don't think you will anyways. You're going to remember all of the times that you created an experience with yourself, with your friends, with your dog, with your cat, with your family. All of those moments you're going to remember. And those are the reasons why I decided to name this channel Story Chasing, and why I still seek those moments for myself. I keep creating more and more with Story Chasing because I see more and more of you who are in similar lifestyles that I was in before, who are seeking something different, who are seeking to either work remotely or get out and enjoy life a little bit more, or get rid of stressors. And there's all kinds of things that you guys have shared with me, all of your stories. And so that's the other thing that fuels me during all of this, is to help you guys out and help inspire you. And so not only do I make videos to help inspire, but I also create courses in order to help empower you all as well through those life decisions that you're trying to make right now. I've created a step-by-step course that helps mentor you through that very process of not only achieving your dreams through a system that I call the Create, Do, Live approach. And also in that course, I have an amazing community and we have live video calls. It's called the Nomad Mentorship Bootcamp. By the time you're done with the program, you'll have a very clear step-by-step action plan, and also me and our community to help guide you through the action plan, to help mentor you, to help answer any of those questions that you have, and to also help with any of your concerns. Make sure you click the link in the description box for the link to the Nomad Mentorship Bootcamp so you can check it out for yourself and see if it's a right fit. So here's the thing, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're not guaranteed the next second. All I know is that I want to live my life to its absolute fullest, and that's what I want for you as well. And I hope that I can help get you there if that's something that you want to do. So if you're struggling to figure out how to achieve your dreams, what steps do you need to take, then consider clicking that link below to the Nomad Mentorship Bootcamp so that we can help you out with that. So everything that I just talked to you about today in this video is why I decided to go into this lifestyle, and all the reasons why I made that drastic decision to leave my job and to also leave the traditional lifestyle of a sticks and bricks home. And it's not to say that maybe one day I'll go back into a sticks and bricks. I've been talking about having a base home for a while. That's just something that I can go back to and be at when I want to, and then go out and travel as I want to as well. So there's so much freedom in this. You don't have to do it exactly the way that I do it or the way anybody else does it. You only have to do it the way that is designed specifically for you based on your own desires and your own dreams. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. That also helps me to know that you'll like the specific content so that I can create more content like this. If you have any questions about the Nomad Mentorship Bootcamp, please leave me a comment below and let me know what you're thinking. I'd love to hear from you guys on this. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye.